Hello everyone, welcome back to Timsy Naked Tarots. Today we are doing a twin flame reading, as you probably well know from the thumbnail or possibly even the title. For Geminis, if you have a Gemini Divine Masculine Twin Flame runner, this is the read for you. If you don't tune out, because this could be a potential read for you. This could be a shadow read for you. This could be an echo of your own situation. Because it's a Gemini doesn't necessarily mean that your person is not working from this aspect, and they have more than one star sign in their birth chart. So if it's resonating with you, if you're not a Gemini, go and check out, or if you're not interested in Gemini people, if that makes sense, for a twin flame, go and check out the All Signs Overview. There will be a link in the description. This is a general read. It may or may not resonate with you for the before mentioned fact that maybe they're working from a different aspect of their birth chart. Okay, so the Geminis in that All Signs Overview got Temperance. Obviously, I'm dealing with big numbers here. There's more than just you watching. There's more than just one Gemini out there who's a Divine Masculine Twin Flame runner. So this Temperance will be acting in different ways on different people, and your people might not actually be working under that Temperance. Your people might be coming in from a different angle. So Temperance is about waiting, being patient, and probably why I had to sort of feel the need to explain a little bit more than I do normally as well. Temperance is also becoming stronger while waiting. Their resolve is becoming stronger. So perhaps their resolve to come towards you is growing stronger. Perhaps their resolve to stay away from you is becoming stronger. Perhaps your resolve of turning them away if they turn up is growing stronger. So let's have a look. What have we got to go with this? We got the Three of Wands at the bottom of the deck before I do the cut, and after I do the cut, we have got the Page of Wands. Okay, someone's setting the intention, and the Three of Cups, and the Three of Cups is going to stay there. Okay, because that's where one of the energies goes. So the Three of Wands is all about setting the intention, getting ready to do something. The Page of Wands is a young, impulsive energy. Okay, it's also a messaging card. So it's possibly your person is getting ready to message you. Okay, they've been waiting long enough. So the way we'll do the energies is just there is going to be their actions towards you. Just here is how they're thinking about you. Just here, we're going to keep that one face down. We're going to keep this one face down as well. Is going to be how they feel about you. This is the potential blockage. Just there from the bottom of the deck is going to be your potential outcome. Okay, so Five of Pentacles. We're going to start with that. This is how they feel about you. The Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is they could be worrying over nothing. Okay, is one thing. The Five of Pentacles can also be an energy of I'm trying to find the right way to explain it. I don't often feel this angle of energy from it. Drawing attention to your own weaknesses. Okay, so they could be thinking about you, but they're thinking about their faults, their weaknesses, and that's why they're worrying that you are not interested in them. The other thing it could be more likely in a love read is like being frozen out, ghosted, excluded from the situation. And that's how they're thinking about you. You're excluded from their situation, or you've excluded them from your situation. Perhaps they've been watching you and checking you out on social media all this time while they've been separated from you, but now they've recently found out they're blocked from doing this. They feel pushed out. They feel excluded. We got the Magician, and we have got the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, it is a slightly selfish Queen of Pentacles. With the Magician and the Queen of Pentacles, actually, it's sort of saying everything's ready. Everything's ready to give something to this. Okay, the Queen of Pentacles is comfortable within their situation, their surroundings, their environment, if you will. But they're ready to give to this. They're ready to like put in a pentacle, give you something to build from. Like that page of wands in the cut sort of said, this could be some sort of small communication. This could be a little offering. I'm going to give you some of my wealth of knowledge, my wealth of experience, my financial wealth, my wealth of love and passion, or whatever it may be. With the Magician there is an element of like smoke and mirrors. Magicians don't actually perform real magic. They just do things that look like magic. They make you believe things are happening. Okay, with the Five of Pentacles in the background here, they're thinking perhaps their misdirection, their misleading, their facade of the Magician is slipping a little bit as well. Perhaps you're starting to see through the cracks. Perhaps you're starting to see them for what they really are. This is how they're thinking about you at the moment. Or they feel that the magic you weaved on them, perhaps maybe they feel that you put some sort of spell on them, is starting to break, and they're starting to weaken. What's causing this? Who's this Queen of Pentacles? What's this Queen of Pentacles giving energy to? This Ace of Pentacles to the Empress. Okay, so they're thinking about you. This is what they're thinking about you, and they are thinking about you. You're the one who is somehow making them think about you. Now, this could be through the energetic feeds you have, the energetic ties you two have together. You're pumping something down the line, which is making them sort of think about you more than they normally do. This could be some sort of social media. Perhaps you're posting things on social media which is indicating that maybe you've found someone else, or you're not interested in love, or perhaps you've been posting how down and out you're feeling, whatever it may be. Whatever you're doing is making them think about you and thinking about coming in and giving you something. A shoulder to cry on, perhaps. Maybe it could be as simple as that. Because something's changed. Something's died. Now, something could have physically died. This could be a pet. This could be like a job. This could be a person. But there's something new coming from it. This could be the feelings you have for them has finally died, finally petered out. Just think of a plant. As long as the plant has water, has sunlight, has nutrients, it keeps growing. Okay? Like everything, it has a finite timeline. But in the perfect conditions, it will go up to that finite timeline and then die. Okay? Now, this is you and the relationship. It's only been nurtured by you. Okay? They're not giving you anything. They're not watering the plant. They're not feeding the plant. They're not providing sunlight for the plant. So it's only you who's been doing this. And it's been slacking. It's been lacking. The plant has finally died. It's been neglected. Okay, but out of the ashes, something new has grown. Or should we say out of the compost, because we're talking about a plant. The plant's died back, the leaves have died down, rotted back into the soil, given new nutrients, new stuff, and a new seed has now got the ideal conditions to start to sprout and grow. Death card. 5 of Wands. There's conflict, okay? There's conflict about it. It's, do I like this? It's like most seedlings look the same when they first start coming out of the ground. 2 little round leaves. Yeah, you've seen them. You've been out there in gardens. You've seen at certain times of the year, all these little things. And do I let it grow? Do I see what this goes into? Or do I put it out, replant the plant, what was there to start with? Okay. We got Judgment, a second chance. This is indicating they're going to replant the plant. They're going to reinvest into the situation. Okay, the 6 of Swords, the last card there, because they're going to start to try to calm the situation down, bring peace back to the element. Okay, balance things out. It's a 6. It's a balancing energy. And the last card there, the 6th card, is the King of Wands. You're only seeing that by default because I picked up the other cards, but that's them. Okay, the Divine Masculine. So the Divine Masculine is going to try to bring peace and harmony back to the situation. for a second chance, because they're conflicted between what they had and what they're now getting. Okay, which is you. Yeah, definitely the crossing cards go better backwards, right? Okay, so we got a page of wands again. The page of wands here in their feelings is they're gonna literally jump on the first opportunity, the first chance they see they have in their heart of hearts. Doesn't necessarily mean they will, but that's how they feel. That's what they're thinking or feeling they're going to do. You know the sort of things I mean. It's like you think about winning the lottery, how good it would be. Oh, I would do this, I would do that. Yeah, and then the slow but sickening realization starts to sink in about, oh, what about like supporting my elderly mother? What about buying my brother a new van so he can go to work? Well, how about getting my children a house? And all of a sudden you're suddenly going from your ideal thinking of how that lottery win is going to work and react with you, and then thinking about all the other things. That's your soul energy coming up. You're starting to actually think of others, think of what really is going to matter with that money instead of that initial. Now, this is quite intriguing because I got two cards upright, and I got two cards reversed. And the two cards reversed are just down here. And the two cards upright have landed on my leg. Okay, and they're just sitting there. They're not upright as in face up, they're upright as in the correct way. So I'm going to say there's a double-edged sword here. We have got the Nine of Swords and the... Actually, no, it's not a double-edged sword. This is all one. This is all one. We've got the Nine of Swords, Eight of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles. Oh, shit, we do have the Nine of Swords as well. Okay, so we've got the Devil and the Nine of Swords as well. So I put these ones out first. We're going to deal with them. I'm going to clear my throat. The Eight of Swords in reverse is like finally looking at something from a different point of view. Okay? Finally putting your head out the sand. Or out of your watch. This isn't you. This is them. Obviously, still, this is how they're feeling about you. So they're starting to finally look at you from a different aspect. Okay? Instead of seeing you as the same old, oh yeah, the tarot team, always be there, always reliable. They're starting to look at you as, well, what if they're not? What if they've carried on with life? What if they're not waiting for me? And starting to look at all the other bits. Just like I talked about lottery wins. Okay, this is how strange can this be? I talked about lottery wins and how you start to think about going on holiday, buying your new house, etc. And then your soul starts sending up all this information about, well, start thinking about others as well. What about this? What about that? Okay, and that's what this card is. This is the soul coming up saying, what about this? What about that? Yeah. Your head, your first initial thoughts were, yeah, the tarot team would always be there for me. They're waiting for me. I can just pick them up whenever I'm ready to. But now it's like, no, maybe not. Maybe I have to... Page of Wands hidden underneath all that, remember? Maybe I have to go and see if they're actually still living in the same house at my first opportunity. Okay, the Devil here, above that Eight of Wands in reverse, is talking about the fact that they feel the chains, they feel the connections, they're bound to this somehow. The Devil representation of the chains that bind, the bindings that hold you to something. Now, sometimes it's trying to break away from those bindings. Sometimes it's accepting them for what they are. In this particular case, it's just the realization that they are there. They are bound to you. They can't stop thinking about you. It says so up here. Okay, because we had the Empress crossing up there, remember. The Nine of Swords coming out here is then talking about the anxiety of it all, how this makes them anxious. Not so much that they're connected to you somehow, but what if they've missed the opportunity? What if it's too late? Yeah. And then we've got the Knight of Pentacles down here. And the Knight of Pentacles, sometimes when it's in reverse, and some people see that as from going from a very slow pace, they've gone to a frozen pace. They've stopped. Yeah. I kind of feel the Knight of Pentacles when it's in reverse is kind of like the opposite, because it's reverse. Okay, now it could be reverse as in the fact that it's now going backwards instead of forwards, a bit like a planet retrograding, but planets retrograding aren't always bad. Okay, think about Mercury. Mercury's the one that retrogrades all the time. Well, all planets retrograde, but Mercury's the one is everyone is aware of Mercury. Yeah, I've been to work, and I've listened to people who have no idea about astrology or tarot reading or anything like that, but they do talk about Mercury retrograding. Okay, so at some point they've heard people sort of talking about Mercury retrograding causing technical problems, communication problems, things like that, and they're starting to blame any little thing on Mercury retrograde, even if it's not in retrograde. Oh yeah, sorry boss, that's Mercury retrograde. Yeah. But when Mercury goes into retrograde, it starts to make problems with electronical stuff, communications, traveling, and the like. But it also releases this energy of picking up something you had dropped a long time ago and then bringing it back to life, giving it a second chance, making it go forward. Now, I do believe currently we are in Mercury retrograde, but it's now just coming out of Mercury retrograde. We're over the next couple of days or so, it's going to be moving into station and then going forward again, direct again. And I don't normally talk about planets and stuff when I'm doing these tarot reads, but this is kind of like this Knight of Pentacles energy. Yeah, it's gone backwards, but it's gone backwards for a reason. The reason being to reignite something which had been dropped in the past. Okay, starting something new in Mercury retrograde. A lot of like astrologers say, no, that's a bad idea. It's not going to work because of Mercury retrograde when it started. Fine, but picking up something you already started, picking up something what was already going, sitting down and writing another couple of chapters to that book you've always thought you were going to write, and then Mercury retrograde energy finishes, you start to lose interest in it again, you drop it down again, and then move on with everything else. You might as well call it Mercury retrograde if you're doing that with the book, because that's when you only ever write it. Look back. Every time you decide you're writing a little bit to that book you're always writing, see if it's fitting in with Mercury retrogrades. Every what is it? You normally get about 3 years, so about every 4 months or so. Do you sit down and write a little book, a little bit of a book. But anyway, and that's what this energy is. Now, for some, this is not that, but it's just going forward. I've spent very similar energy. I've spent too long pondering around doing nothing. Now it's time to actually go forward and make something work. Very similar to what I said about the Mercury retrograde. Okay. So actually, in both ways around, it is right. Okay, so what's crossing this? The Three of Wands. That is kind of scary. The fact that at the bottom of all this, we've got that Page of Wands, which we saw after I'd done the cut, and the Three of Wands before we done the cut. If you've jumped to this point or somewhere near this point, go right back to the beginning where I was cutting the cards. You see this. So what's crossing this is, I'm not actually going to say it's the intentions have been set. The intentions of all they've been set. They were set a long time ago. But this is more of, they're just waiting for the pieces to fall together. Okay, they're waiting for their ships to come in before they can sail off to find you. They need some form of transport which will take them across the sea. They're waiting for that arrival. Yeah, they're waiting for a Ten of Pentacles. Okay, and the Four of Pentacles underneath this, they're hanging on to something. This could be why they've missed an opportunity once or twice before. This something could be your energy as well, because underneath that is the Ace of Wands, the passion that drives them. I feel with the Queen, the High Priestess coming out, there is something secret. There is something, I don't know, being kept in the dark. And then we've got again that backhanded sixth card out of all this, where we shouldn't really be seeing what it is, but we see it by default because I've taken the other card off the top of it. The Six of Wands, the Six of Swords again, and the Six of Wands as well, because I've miscalled it. So there is this feel of victory. There's this feel of calming things down. We saw it in that lot. Yeah, that up there, they're thinking about they have to calm things down to make everything move forward. This side is, it is calm now. Okay, this is the time I make most of it. Okay, this can be an energy of going with your intuition as well as secrets, but it could be secretly they've always felt something for you. They've always felt a passionate need to be with you, and they've held on to you throughout everything because they realize that you are the one that makes their life complete, and now they're just waiting for the opportunity to come and complete it with you. Okay, so Three of Cups. Three of Cups is a card of communication. Yes, there's something else in the relationship. There's always something else in the relationship. Come on, work it out. Get over it. Yeah. The Three of Cups, if that was the only meaning for the Three of Cups, it would be in absolutely every love read ever given by every tarot reader in the world. Because there's work. There you go. There's work. There's kids. There's pets. There's neighbours. There's friends. There's school friends. There's work friends. All these different separate energies in a relationship between two people. And that's just your side. Think about their side. They've got just the same. Okay? So it's not necessarily all about a third party in the relationship. It depends what other cards come out with it. If we get like an Ace of Wands or a Page of Cups coming out with that as well, that could be an indication of a child being conceived or born into the relationship. It's that third energy. Okay? But one thing it definitely is, and it always is a card of communication. Okay, it's a card of networking, it's a card of community, it's a card of bringing people together. The Three of Cups is a card of celebration. So this is what their actions towards you are. Oh shit, you can't fucking write this shit, can you? Their actions towards you are getting a second chance, communicating, networking, working on every aspect, every avenue of communication they have to get a second chance with you. Working on, why did I say working on? I don't know. Working on getting every aspect of communication working in their favor to come and get a second chance with you to ignite the passion. Sometimes readers call like the Ace of Wands like a match. Sometimes it flares up and sets fire to a tinder dry forest, creating a nationwide, statewide, countrywide, worldwide forest fire. Other times it just fizzles out and does nothing. Okay, they're trying to reignite it. If it fizzles out and does nothing, then they know. If the fire takes and grows, then they know. At least they know. But they're working towards that. Let's see what's crossing their actions. That's why I kept saying working. They're working towards that. Okay, they're trying to work on themselves. They're trying to work on the situation. They're trying to work on you. Okay, and because they want to bring this together, and we've done it on the other. So let's have a look at what else we've got here. Why are they working towards this? Because of the Six of Cups. They remember how it felt around you, near you, with you, how your smell makes them smile. Okay, I'm not saying that you're smelly, but we all have a scent. Most of us don't realize this, and most of us don't pick up other people's scents because it's all done on an emotional, chemical level in our brains. It's just like why sometimes you are wary and cagey around some people, and why sometimes you fall head over heels in love with others. Okay, so the past times they have been with you is making them work on themselves. Why? Because something's changed in their life. Now, I'm pretty sure something changed. I said something changed over here. Okay, the Death card. Something's come to an end and something is growing in its place. Now, it wasn't just something small. This was something big. This is something that was changed their entire outlook on life, changed their worldviews, changed their theological concepts of things. It was a big life-changing change. We've got the Five of Pentacles, which is where I'm actually going to stop it on this one. Okay. Yes, normally I've pulled 5 out on the others, but this is linking us back over to here, how they thinking about you. Yeah. Now, I suppose another way of looking at these cards, which came out because the Empress was crossing here, is they're thinking about you because they're missing you. They feel excluded from your circle. They feel like they're not in part of your life anymore. But you're magic and you have everything they've ever wanted. You can nurture them. You can care for them. You can love them. You can cherish them. And it feels like something amazingly magic. But this 5th card here in turn is normally the 6th card we see by default. They're missing you. That is literally the card of missing. Okay. It's like losing the taste for something, no longer being interested in something is one way of describing it. 3 cups are knocked over, 2 cups are still standing. The 2 cups is the sort of like the 2 of cups out of the tarot deck, the coming together of energy. Yet another soulmate card. We got soulmate card, soulmate card, soulmate card. They're all there. They're all coming out. Okay. So that is the end of that little bit. So that's what they're doing. They're working on themselves to try to get a second chance with you to ignite the passion. Okay. Oh, I've got to just cough again. Right. And drink my tea while I was at it. Right. Oh, shit. That's why I kept talking about work. So what is potentially blocking all this? Work somehow. They're working too hard. Their work takes them to different countries. Their work keeps them away from you. Your work keeps them away from them. Some form of work is blocking this. As much as they're wanting to work on themselves to come towards you and work on the situation to come towards you, they're also working. Okay, so let's have a little look. See what's come out here. What did we get? We have got... Oh, there's another card. I've missed a card. There's the other card. Right. So we have got the Wheel of Fortune, the 3 of Swords, the 3 of Wands, and the 10 of Pentacles coming out here. Okay. And so, what is stopping them from coming towards you at the moment? Work is the 8 of Pentacles is because they're working on the pain they feel. Okay. The pain you cause them, the pain they cause themselves by not actually being with you. They feel the time isn't right. Okay, with the Wheel of Fortune there. And they feel like they would bring misfortune to you if they tried to come now. So they're working on themselves. What's blocking them from actually doing this? So they're working on themselves. They're working on themselves to not feel the pain when they think of you. They're working on themselves to change their fortunes. They're working on themselves to see the opportunities. They're working on themselves to get, as far as they're concerned, you're an Empress. You're this Queen of Wands, Pentacles. That's the second time I called it the Queen of Wands. You're this Queen of Pentacles. You're very attractive to them. Okay? Literally, you'd be walking down the street. Nothing would turn their head if they were with you. You're that attractive to them. But, yeah, the Queen of Pentacles, you have it all. What can I offer someone who has it all? Everything. All that I am and more. That's what's stopping them from actually coming towards you. They feel insignificant and small against you. But they're trying hard to work on themselves, to turn their fortunes around. Find the opportunity. Don't keep whinging and moaning about it, and make their life perfect so you can be part of it. Okay? It's like... Oh, Eden just popped into my head. If you had Eden, you would want to bring the perfect person in there with you. You wouldn't want to just bring anyone in there with you. Okay? Oh, you can't fucking write this, can you? What's crossing this? We have got the 8 of Pentacles crossing this. We have got work crossing this. So what's blocking them is they're working on themselves. They're working on work. Work is blocking this. Again, they're working on all these things. What's blocking this? When they look back, when they think about you, when they think about those past happy times, yeah, it's good. it's so good, they think that they're going to taint it. They think that they're going to ruin it. They think they're going to break it. They're working on themselves to stop all that. The Ace of Cups, okay? The love was there. They recognized the love was there now, but the love what is there can't be matched by their own love, if that makes sense. Their own love, I should rephrase, don't match up to the love what is there from you. We got the Page of Swords coming out as well. They feel small. They feel full. They feel like they fail you. They feel insignificant to you. They feel like they're a disappointment to you. That's what's blocking them from this. And then the Three of Cups, which again is where I would stop it. It's the fifth card, so it's where I would stop it anyway. But it takes us up to their actions. Okay. And so and underneath that is the Four of Wands, and the only reason I'm showing you that is because we've seen that last card on all the other ones. So the Four of Wands is there is a commitment, there is a want of a new start. Okay, it's a minor arcana. But if we go backwards through this, their actions, they can't take their actions as much as they want to, because they feel that they are a disappointment to you, because they can't bring you the same love that you're adding to the situation. Those past happy times, I can't compete with them. I can't improve on that. I can't give anything more than what you've already given to this. Okay, I can't balance out the budget there. But I'm working on it. I'm working on it. They're working on themselves. They're trying to make themselves the perfect person for you. Then the only problem with that is they're not actually you. You're probably quite happily accept them as they are right now. Okay, let's have a look at this potential outcome for this, the Eight of Cups. Okay, so the Eight of Cups is all about movement. It's about getting something, going away from something what's not working, and moving towards something what is working. And yeah, as I said, I'm actually not going to say it's about movement. This is about acceptance. I said that you would probably take them as they are right now. You're not worried about the smooth edges. You're not worried about the gleam, the shine. Yeah, if you found a gold nugget, it's still a gold nugget. It's just as beautiful to you in its raw state than it is once it's been processed and turned into a wedding ring. Okay, so that is that's what this Eight of Cups is to you. I'm happy with how you are, what I've got, what there is. Yeah, and I feel that we can move together. The potential outcome is, it is still movement. You want to move on, okay? But you're happy to move on with them as they are. But you're going to move on without them if they don't pull their finger out. Ten of Swords and the Two of Wands. So your potential outcome to this is, do I move on and bring this to an end? Is one half of it. Okay, there's a choice to be made. I'm going to say it's quite a binary choice. Do I move on without them? Do I move on with them? Do I wait for them to actually catch up with me so we can move on together? Or do I just move on now and see how it pans out in the future? Okay, it might be painful. It might hurt cutting these ties. You're not actually going to be cutting the ties. You can't actually cut a twin flame tie if you actually believe in all the twin flame stuff. But you can ignore it. You can put a filter on it. You can block it. You can stop those emotions and energies leaking down there. You can dam around it if you want, and it'll be painful. Not just painful for you, it'll be painful for them. And perhaps you've already started this journey. And perhaps you've already started moving on. And that's why they feel that Five of Pentacles. They feel left out in the cold. They feel excluded. They feel like you're not there anymore. Oh shit, the fucking Emperor. Okay. Now, this could be them. Okay. the divine masculine, moving on away, breaking away from the divine masculine, making a choice between you and the divine masculine, making a choice between staying with them, leaving them, waiting for them, going on without them, whatever it may be. Or it could be you're moving into the energies of the divine masculine. At the end of the day, the main reason people don't connect, the main reason relationships don't work, and when I say relationships, I don't mean a romantic one. Yes, one of the main reasons romantic ones don't work is the same reason like work ones don't work and friendship-based ones don't work. Okay, it's because you're on different frequencies and they either do not harmonize together or they're just too far apart on the scale. Okay, you could be becoming a little bit divine masculine-ish. You might be starting to take control of things, be a little bit up your own arse, be a little bit more vain and arrogant. Okay, you might not be directly doing it. Your frequency might be starting to decrease. Okay, we all go through cycles. Okay, we don't all stay as an empress forever. Okay, it comes and goes. Or you become a high empress, going down to a low empress, going back up to a high empress. You have different stages of it. Your frequency may be dropping more to their level, which might make this work. Because we have an Ace of Pentacles here as well. Okay, and by the fact that your frequency is dropping is making you want to just bring this to an end and not really worry too much about who it hurts or how it hurts them. Okay, we got the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, wanting to build some form of new foundation, starting something new, building something new, going off into something new. We got the Six of Wands. Yeah, a victory over life. Okay, a victory over love. The Knight of Wands coming out. See, this is the divine masculine energy is all coming out now. Okay, and we've got the Seven of Wands there at the end there, which is standing on your moral high ground, defending what you believe is right, playing the field if you want, being a player, going and getting what you want, sorting out number one for a change instead of everyone else around you, because how I deserve love. I recognize I deserve love. I get a victory when I find love, but really you're not really getting love at the moment. You're getting an echo of it, because I'm starting my life over. I'm rebuilding. I'm starting from scratch. I'm going to make something great and something new, because I'm going to take charge of this. I'm not going to let anyone else tell me how it's done. But in turn, this is creating some form of end. And now this could be the end of you in the Empress energy. This could be an end of the relationship between you and them. This could be bringing something else to an end. But you've got to make the choice of, do you do it? Do you do it and move on and see what happens? Let me know in the comments what happens. Okay. That's the end of the read. Hopefully you enjoyed it and you liked it. If you did, please feel free, give it a thumbs up, let me know. That helps my channel grow. Also, dropping comments will help the channel grow as well. If you really want to help the channel move on up the old tables of YouTube algorithms, have a little look-see around on your display panels and see if you can find a button that says hype. Hit that button for me. It's greatly appreciated. There will also, you will probably stumble across one that says super thanks. You can hit that. That's donating money. Okay, covered all those bits. If you didn't like my video, that's absolutely fine. You can give it the thumbs down. I don't mind. That's what it's there for, to alert us creators that there's something wrong with it. But unfortunately, none of us creators are actually mind readers. So can you let us know in the comments what it was you didn't like about it when you give videos thumbs down? Okay. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I strongly suggest you do so by subscribing to my channel. Reads like this start to resonate with you on a more personal level. And yeah, and then it's more worth watching, isn't it? Okay, until the next time you are watching one of my videos, all be safe out there.